Hello.
Hello.
What was the last thriller you've seen?
The last one I saw was Saw.
What did you like about it and what did you dislike about it?
What I liked about it was the fact that it doesn't just go straight into someone being chopped up or chopping themselves up. It has like sort of a suspense or a lead up or a story to it, as opposed to it just happening. However, the downside to that is that when it does happen, it's sometimes can be over the top, so something simpler can be more effective than some intense.
So that goes on to my next question was, do you prefer a build-up of suspense, something subtle, like a subtle thriller, or one that shows evident action, shock and gore? And you answered that you obviously prefer,
Sure.
thought-provoking. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think in our title sequence, the opening of the movie, should include a lot of dialogue or not?
It depends what effect I think they're trying to go for. It depends if you want to have like the black background and then text on top of it, or text over the film.
Yeah.
But personally, I think that it would be more effective if you kept the film rolling and just had text going over the film. Not as
But in terms of dialogue, like conversation about
dialogue. Okay, so
again,
it depends what it's about. If you don't want to have too much going on or too much for the audience to think about, you want to keep it simple and just get the characters, set the characters, introduce them to the audience, and so on.
Okay. Have you ever seen a documentary thriller, for example, Paranormal Activity, The Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think the effect of having that handheld camera, the documentary, added a sense of reality? And therefore maybe more scary than scary?
I personally don't like that, because sometimes when you try and get that effect, when using like a camcorder to try and make out like it's reality, it doesn't always work. It sometimes seems to be like you're putting it on and it's like, oh yes, we know that the camera operators are doing that to make that effect, but it's very noticeable as opposed to it being very...
do you enjoy watching your own age group feature in thrillers to be as effective?
Yeah, sometimes, because you understand what they're going through or how they're thinking about something, and obviously the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hi.
What was the last thriller you've seen?
The Ides of March.
What did you like and dislike about it?
There's very little I could dislike about it, to be quite honest. It was a very intriguing plot, unusual, about people working behind the scene in politics, and the competition, say, between two political parties, and one of the men in charge of the marketing of these, the publicity of these, of these political parties. So basically, spin doctors. It's about spin doctoring. And it was just very intriguing because it gave you a taste of what goes on in power.
Oh, fine. Do you think our title sequence that we are going to do for our media A-level should include a lot of dialogue or not?
No. You haven't got much time for dialogue. It's about creating mood through location, through looking at the character's face, a little bit of what they do, and you're having to set some sort of little plot there. Too much dialogue can actually spoil it, especially if you haven't got professional actors and the sound of their voices don't sound convincing. You've got to make sure you've got an actor who looks the part.
Okay, fine. Have you ever seen a documentary thriller? For example, Paranormal Activity, The Blair Witch Project?
I've seen The Blair Witch, the handheld camera, yes.
Yeah, do you think the effects of that the handheld camera made it more realistic and therefore more scary?
It was at the time, but the whole thing was a setup.
Yeah.
They probably walked around one garden at the time.
Yeah.
But the publicity of that, it was the first time on the internet that we're able to publicise a film, and that's what created hysteria, which was mainly in America more than in England. But no, it was good. You have this sort of teenage voice behind it saying, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. I think a little bit of that would be a good idea.
Do you prefer, as you mentioned before, a build-up of suspense, for example, a subtle thriller, where it makes you think, or one that shows evident action and shock and gore? Or do you prefer the one that actually makes subtle?
I'm not really into gory films, so I prefer something just more subtle thinking about it, yes.
Do you enjoy watching thrillers of our age groups, starring people
Yes,
from 16?
yes.
Do you think that's effective?
Absolutely. I enjoy watching BBC Three programmes about skins and for fresh meats and things like this, programmes like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think an adult audience would dislike the young audience, young characters rather.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. What was the last thriller that you have seen?
Sixth Sense.
What did you like about it, and what did you dislike about
I
it?
liked. It was there was a lot of tense bits. Like you never know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and
What did you dislike?
the character's very mysterious. There's not much I dislike about it. It's a good film.
Okay. Do you think our title sequence should include a lot of dialogue?
No, because if you don't include a lot of dialogue, if you include a lot of dialogue, it's just gonna take away. There's not if you include.
Or like distraction from what's going on?
If you don't include a lot of dialogue, it's just gonna add to the tension, the mystery. Really.
Okay. Have you ever seen a documentary thriller, for example, Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
Which, if so, do you think the effects added a sense of reality?
Yeah, because the cameras aren't meant to look professional; they're meant to look like amateur, in the point of view of someone, like a normal person,
Okay.
instead of
Do you prefer a build-up of suspense, for example, a subtle thriller, one which makes you think, or one that shows evident action and shock and gore, so it's there for you, or do you like one where you actually have to think about it?
I like one you have to think about it, because then it's open to the viewer's opinion. Whatsoever.
Okay. Do you enjoy watching your own age group, which is obviously 16 to 20, feature in thrillers?
Sorry?
Do you enjoy watching your own age group in thrillers?
Well, yeah. If I watch my own age group, it's gonna make you a bit more scared.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Go.
Hello, what's the last thriller you've seen?
Shooter.
What did you like or dislike about it?
I liked it, had a lot of action,
Really bad food
and Matt
pains.
Damon was good.
What do you dislike? Characters and action.
Dislike a bit cheesy and
Do you think our title sequence, the beginning of the movie, should include a lot of dialogue? Have you ever seen a documentary thriller? If so, do you think the effects made a sense of reality? So, for example, Paranormal Activity, Blair Witch Project. Do you think that type of documentary style added a sense of reality?
yeah.
Do you prefer a build-up of suspense, subtle,
Yeah.
thriller, or one that shows a lot of action and shock?
Well, actually, a lot of action.
Straight away, right? Do you enjoy watching your own age group features and thrillers?
Not really.
What age group would you prefer to watch? Do you work to Hi, what was the last thriller you've seen?
Often.
What did you like / dislike about it?
I like the fact that it was sort of playing with your head, you didn't know what was going on, but there was always hints of,
It's subtle him.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like 90%
I didn't really not like any of it.
Do you think our title sequence or our thriller should include a lot of dialogue?
What type of thing?
Like the beginning, like the introduction?
No.
Have you ever seen a documentary film? Like the Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity?
Oh yeah, I've seen
type of
Paranormal
thing?
Activity.
Do you think the effects added a sense of reality?
Yeah, it scares you.
Do you prefer a build-up of effects, for example, a subtle thriller, or one which makes you think, or one that shows you evident action and shock and gore and things like that?
No, the subtle ones that play with your head.
Do you enjoy watching your own age group feature in thrillers?
Yes.
If not which age group do you think was effective?
Yeah.
Okay.